Welcome to Emerson College, one of the fastest growing and most recognized communication schools in the country. Located in the heart of Boston's theater district, Emerson is ranked in the top 10 performing arts schools by the Princeton Review. So what exactly makes theater work at Emerson? We've asked a number of performing arts students to tell us what exactly is an Emerson performing arts education.
To me, a performing arts education includes a lot of things. I mean, there are obviously literal acting classes, and those vary in terms of different types of techniques.
Oh, wow. Well, I think a performing arts education here at Emerson is a huge honor.
I think that Emerson has a very unique way of teaching in that a lot of the classes involve discussion.
We do everything from Stanislavski's method, Meisner, sense memory exercises, lots of different types of movement work, Michael Chekhov work, which is very physical work, Laban movement work, Linklater voice, Keith Johnstone improv, mask work. There's really just sort of no limit to the amount of techniques that we learn here.
These three are acting majors currently working on a performance piece for their Languages of the Stage class. Teresa Nguyen is the director.
I think that like a part of being like a student here, especially, it's really cool because yeah, I'm in Languages of the Stage, and so I'm an actor, but I get to do dramaturg, like researching, and I get to direct, which is like something that's really close to acting, I think, and so it's really cool to play that part. And then we also have to do crew, like run crew. All freshmen performing majors have to do a crew assignment, which is basically 11 days of just wonderfulness.
Basically, I had to help out with wardrobe for one of the main stage shows, and it was tough because usually crew is 2 weeks and mine was 3 weeks.
And it's time consuming.
Yeah,
right?
You are there for weekdays, you're there for 5 hours, and weekends you're there for like 11, 12 hours. So
You sit backstage for like 12 days for 12 hours a day and help crew a show. And it's a really grueling experience, but it's necessary.
My favorite part of the Performing Arts Department is definitely the faculty. I think we have some of the most amazing teachers I have ever met, not just as teachers, but as people. And because of the size of our program, they know everyone. Like teachers who I didn't even think knew who I was ended up knowing who I was. And they're very open. I feel like I can go and talk to them at any time with any problems or doubts or concerns that I may have. They're so supportive, and they try really hard to come out and see your shows and things like that. And they're just really wonderful people.
for my major, we have 3 directors, and we're close to them. We know them. We have probably 2 meetings with them a semester, but we don't get close to them until we're in studio when we're juniors and seniors.
Competition is a blatant factor at Emerson. Aside from the main stage productions that every student desires to be a part of, there are other ways to get involved in theater.
The student production aspect is great. I think this school, more than any other, offers more opportunities to perform as a result of the student production aspect. And they can be exhausting sometimes because of some of the difficulties that are involved in student productions. You know, you don't get to be in the space until the night before the show, and you have to put up the set in one night and take it down that night and put it back up again.
I like student-run productions because it's not always performing art majors in the show. We had 2 stage managers as lead roles in our show, which was so cool. And 2 of our leads, one was a marketing major, and the other one was a broadcast journalism major. And it's not that it's laid back, because it's not, but it just gives you an opportunity to really work with so many people, which is why I want to do it more next year. I want to meet more directors and work with more students.
Us as actors, like, yeah, we have to face the world and we like go to auditions and stuff. But like once we're in the rehearsal room, that's like our space. That's like that becomes our world. If a student doesn't get something from one particular class, it's not the end of the world. And there are different things that are taught. Like there's movement, there's improv, there's voice and text. And although those are different classes, I think they're like interconnected in some aspect.
As opposed to somewhere like NYU where they stick you in a particular studio and they say, well, this group of people is going to learn how to act this way and this group of people is going to learn how to act this way. And we just get fed a variety of things. And so we're allowed to decide what works for us.
They try to expose you to a lot of different aspects of the theater instead of just being like, oh, we're an acting conservatory and you're just going to learn about the method and blah, blah, blah.
What is the one key piece of advice that you would give to prospective students considering Emerson College for a performing arts education?
Be yourself. Because I think a lot of the work we do here, and especially freshman year, is really aimed toward helping students discover who they are and making them feel comfortable in their own bodies and with their own voices.
You just have to think what's better for you. You know, I was accepted to two other colleges for music education, and their reputation wasn't half as good as Emerson's. And you have to think where you will fit in the most and where you'll get the most out of it. So I knew I would get the most out of Emerson.
In the end, the question becomes something more than just what is an Emerson Performing Arts education. Rather, it is a question and an answer all in one. What do I want from an Emerson Performing Arts education?